Welcome to GHOSTWATCH2016.
Don't we already have
We
an
already
intro?
did that.
No, let's do it again.
No.
Oh no, I liked it.
Welcome to GHOSTWATCH2016. We're watching Kamen Rider Ghost. I'm Coriander Dickinson. I've seen some Kamen Rider.
I'm Heather Derry. Corey's making us redo the intro, even though we did it great the first time.
My name is Kate Stark, and I am Kate. So there, Corey.
We watched episode 12.
They're 21 days.
Gallant a man's resolve.
They
Is
won't
the
tell
name
us how many icons there are.
God, this is a cluster F. Okay, let's bring it back. Look, there's 21 days. The episode's called Gallant, a Man's Resolve. On last week's episode, titular character.
Canon became alive again.
Motorcycle snake ride. Do,
On
do,
this
do,
week's
do,
episode,
do, do.
Gallant a man's resolve.
This is Grave Dad. We start with Grave Dad.
can I just interject and say we're
No.
all...
Dad's grave.
Grave Dad.
I'm interjecting
Good for you.
and saying we are all in a very silly mood. We had to pause recording because of a child, potentially cat, screaming in the hallway. We're back now. Episode opens on Grave Dad.
Grave Dad. I've got confirmation from Kate. Nobody can take it back now.
Taco was at
A
Dad's
man
grave.
has died.
But did Taco make the right decision? He's asking Grave Dad. It's a very grave question.
No.
Inside Snapple HQ, Akari is explaining what happened to the monolith last time to Onari.
In the basement.
In basement lab thing. She has a cane now and is hobbling around because I guess her ankle is just broken at this point.
Or she has aged rapidly due to exposure to the monolith rays.
Does that happen? Does the monolith just make you dead?
We're not sure.
Is the monolith full of cancer?
Shrug.
Okay. Because you know, I can't remember which tiny friend character I said was Monolith's son, but they should talk to Monolith's dad about
It
that.
was Spider Lantern.
Spider Lantern should talk to Monolith's dad about that.
So I have a theory
What is your theory?
that Gamma World is hell,
Uh-huh.
and so the monolith is a portal to hell.
Oh, no.
I mean, that can't be good for anybody.
that's bad to have in your home.
And we're gonna have like a doom scenario, like any episode now. We're just gonna have like, here's an open hell mouth. Taco Time has to rip and tear.
Corey has been on the verge of laughter the entire time. I need you to know that. It was making me really happy. There it is. Silent laughter. So Taco walks in and Gramps is gone. As always.
His stuff's gone.
His stuff is even gone, which is kind of...
Yeah, we don't know if he's come back ever again. He's just gone forever now. No reason.
As Akari kind of hobbles along, she's like, we should gather all the icons again, you guys. And then trips.
Yeah, like she's like, I'm gonna study this monolith. Fall over, and then she like crawls towards it to touch it. But she also informs us that Taco Time has 8, Spectre has 3, and 4 are missing.
I thought that was Onari.
Someone
He got very,
somewhere.
very excited. I think because they seemed down, like, we don't know what we should do. I guess let's get all the icons back. I'm Onari. I'm very excited. Now I'm going to run out of the room so that Akari and Taco Time can have a very nice moment.
And that moment is Taco Time being like, I thought you didn't believe in the supernatural.
Okay, so it wasn't that nice of a moment.
So they clearly just want to run out the rest of the 21 days. And so they're doing this montage of like days on the calendar being crossed off, interspersed with shots of what's happening on those days. And I think my favorite one was the 2 students going around like town with a hand-drawn picture of an icon asking strangers, have you seen one of these?
It's a very large picture, too. That icon is 10
Face
times
size.
the size
Yeah.
of an actual icon.
They needed it for detail.
This is a good point. It's a very detailed picture. Done in water paint.
And we get Taco and Onari searching a field near the temple, and Taco decided to relax in the sunshine.
Yeah, he seems like super not bothered that he's about to die for realsies.
Yeah. Should we have an actual date for now? It's like January 10th.
Yeah.
Which is neat, but the mailman is there. We haven't seen him in a while, but he's taking their picture out front.
Spectre and Cannon are in the hospital. Cannon's in a bed. Spectre's
not in a bed.
Spectre's not in a bed, but making sure that she's okay.
We were a little confused as to why she was in the hospital. She seemed pretty okay.
Her entire body has atrophied due to being dead.
Do you think maybe she's just dehydrated?
Maybe she got real excited and passed out after she came back to life.
I probably would, because I'd be like, wait, I gotta eat tacos again? Yes.
You would just binge?
Yeah.
Or maybe awkwardly standing is just like, so you expend a lot of energy doing that. I know when I'm feeling anxious, I feel really tired afterwards.
I wonder if icons can taste anything. Like this whole time she's been trapped in her icon body. She's been like, oh, I want to eat food. And then maybe Spectre like rubs a burger.
I'm not sure there's any taste buds in an eyeball.
What?
Like,
are you?
You
What?
said you want to eat tacos.
But
Icon
it's
is mostly an eye, right? Like
Exactly. But they're
no
magic.
no taste buds. Well, maybe magic taste buds
They
on
can
eyeballs.
talk and move on their own.
Think about how greasy the icon would get if you
I'm sure-
rubbed a burger on it.
He washes
sure
it off afterwards, maybe with warm water and soap.
Ew. Then you're gonna get soap in your eye taste buds. That's not a good way to end a burger.
I'm wondering now how much joy a human could get from just rubbing a burger on my tongue. Like, would it still taste good, or do you actually need to chew it? Can I just get a Big Mac and lick the parts of it?
I think that's a question only you can answer, Kate.
So you want like Willy Wonka meal gum? Like you just want the flavor of the meal and not actually have to eat it?
Yeah. They have sprays. Have you heard about chocolate spray?
I've had flavored oxygen, but not.
It's like a no calorie. Think of a breath freshener thing, but it's like this tastes like steak or this tastes like chocolate.
I don't know if I would freshen my mouth with a steak.
But it's not like a freshener thing. It's not meant to be like mint steak.
I got a hot date tonight.
I mean,
steak.
the texture might matter. Like I've had bacon soda and it's really gross because the texture's
Pardon?
wrong. Have you never had bacon soda?
No, I've had coffee gum.
Bacon soda tastes like you're drinking lard. It's gross. It's just like you need crunchy bacon texture to make bacon taste good.
That's true. I can't stand slimy bacon.
Right? Bacon soda is bad. Don't drink it ever.
So I used to live near a Jelly Belly factory.
Like what, in your fan fiction?
In my real life when I was in Oregon.
I don't believe you.
And so you'll go on tours and they have the sample bins. Where you have the pumpkin pie flavor that they never release or whatever.
Did you just stop by the bins on a daily basis? And you're like, oh, let's get some Jelly Bellies.
No, I went a few times, but we'd usually just buy really large bulk bags, especially to avoid the popcorn ones.
Those are the best ones.
Which I've discovered that several of my friends buy individually.
Those are good. They're good ones.
Here, I'll just buy a bag of the popcorn Jelly Bellies. And I'm like, okay, they're still gross.
They're so good.
I mean, I wouldn't buy them individually on their own because I don't think I'd want them in a large quantity, but I think they're delicious.
Are we doing a podcast on Kamen Rider still?
Sorry, what?
I'm down to do a Jelly Belly podcast.
New podcast food.
Should we just review Jelly Belly flavors?
Could we?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, we should play that Bean Boozled game.
What's that?
It's actually a thing that Jelly Belly sells, and it's a box with a spinner on it. There's a bunch of various flavors, but there's a lime one that's green, but also a vomit one that's green.
I've had the vomit one for the Harry Potter
Yeah.
releases. Yeah, it's not bad.
But then there's also one that's diaper, which is white, and then one that's coconut, which is white. So you spin and you
Both
get
gross.
Yeah.
Well,
that's just bad both ways.
you spin and you get a color that you need to pick, but you don't know what flavor it's going to be.
Okay, well, white is definitely a terrible choice no matter what you choose.
Well, I don't know if that's actually what the flavors are. I'm just making stuff up. But,
Coconut
like,
is gross.
that is something we should do probably sometime.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
So we get a flashback from Spectre to him being on the waterfront.
Oh, I wasn't sure if that was a flashback or not.
Yeah, it's like he's sitting morosely in the hospital, and then we like flash to him
okay.
watching the water, and then Pretty Boy comes up. He's like, "You know what the penalty for treason is?" And then Spectre rides away on his motorcycle that I noticed has cool chains on it.
It does, wrapped around like the gas tank and around the
It's got
passenger
like
seat.
fins on the butt.
Butt fins.
So, like his pants.
Pants don't have fins.
They got butt eyes.
When Spectre rides away, Pretty Boy says something along the lines of, "Next time we meet, we will be enemies." And I'm like, "Ooh, that's scary."
Yeah. He also blames Taco Time.
For being a corrupting influence.
Yeah, I think he's really just going to take this whole jealousy out on Taco Time.
And then he turns to talk to Military Man, who has been standing like 10 feet away this entire time. Just out of shot. Just left there.
He was waiting his turn.
And he's got like bloodshot eyes.
I mean, he is very focused on procedure. I could imagine that he would be like, okay, I stand over here now. Okay, yes, that is done. My turn now. Now I will tell you how you should eliminate traitors.
And then Pretty Boy's all like, "Give me all your icons, I'm going to see my brother."
Don't make any more mistakes.
And like, in response to the dealing with traitors, he's like, "Yeah, well, you wasted all those snakes."
Oh yeah, the rock snakes. I was
Yeah.
wondering what he was talking about, and then they showed like a mini flashback, and I was like, "Are they talking about rock snakes?"
Just remember the time there was this explosion?
I think they're
There's-
talking about just like Ganma in general, like their version of Ganma, but specifically now snakes.
So many snakes. Pretty Boy transfers to the Ganma world by drawing like the eye.
Yeah,
in
and
the-
he becomes a Ganma. And
Yes.
the icons that he was holding also float through.
Yes,
So maybe icons have hands that are invisible.
and taste buds.
Like Homestar Runner.
How many other body parts does an icon have, Corey? Let's just get this out now.
Well, they've got one eye.
No, we know that. How many
They have a name
invisible
label.
invisible body parts do icons have that we just can't see anymore?
They have the switch. Does that count?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they click.
Isn't that for their taste buds so they can turn off when they're being washed with soap?
Having a switch would make sense, yes.
I mean, I don't want soap in my eyeball taste buds,
Or
so I would
pocket
want to
lint.
switch.
From living inside your brother's
Oh.
pocket.
Ew, how often does he clean out his pockets? He wears that jacket a lot. What if it's full of sweat in his pockets? I don't want sweaty eyeballs.
I just puked in my mouth a little bit. Days keep passing. Montage keeps rolling on. Taco is training in front of Snapple HQ. Onari's ringing a giant bell outside,
Then they get the group photo taken by the mailman.
There's
making
some
something
mochi
called mochi.
pounding.
Yeah, what you said? What is rice that is pounded so hard that it's not rice?
Yes.
Great.
It's very glutinous. It's dough. It's the thing that the bunny does on the moon.
So, instead of a man on the moon, the Japanese see two rabbits pounding mochi on the moon.
You can't pound mochi on your own. It's very unsafe.
That's why Sailor Moon's name is Usagi.
It means rabbit. It's a rabbit on the moon. Sailor Moon. It's also why she hates carrots and why all of her stuff has bunnies and a lot of other things. Wow, I think Kate is broken.
Kate wasn't expecting that.
Her face is very wide and shocked, and now her head is against her forehead. We may need to reboot.
Kate.exe has stopped working.
What do we do?
We wear white robes and go and sit under a waterfall to
Right.
purify ourselves and do training, and
On New Year's.
it's the new year.
Yeah.
That's what Taco and Onari did.
Taku takes Akari to a museum? Science?
Physics world.
Nuclear physics museum.
I don't know, they were on a date thing. It looked like he wanted them to be on a fun time thing because he knows his time is running out, and she's like, I don't know. My ankle is still broken or something.
Yeah, it's been like over a week and they've got this crutch still.
They've nearly gone through all the 20 odd days that were left. She's still got a crutch. She still can't walk properly. And I'm like, have you been, maybe you haven't been resting, but your ankle doesn't seem like it should still be this bad.
I'm having a hard time getting over the Sailor Moon thing.
Did you want to know some more?
I feel like you just Aladdined me. You
So-
just showed
so-
me the world.
Mochi is a holiday treat. You like eat at least one piece a year, and every year old people choke and die.
It's very chewy. You
It
want to
gets
eat
caught in
small
your airway.
pieces. Maybe we shouldn't tell her this before we give her mochi. That I think
people
that-
need to know the health risks.
Okay. You eat smaller pieces because people will eat too large and then they will choke, and it's very gooey. And
Surgeon General's warning. Mochi. Take small bites.
you can get it in different flavors.
What are your top 3 mochi flavors?
Green tea,
Strawberry.
chocolate.
I'm just gonna stop there. It seems good.
Because I mean, like your options remaining are like red bean, which is nasty.
I like red bean, but probably
So
not mochi.
Bad.
Azuki bean.
Like matcha. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Just being a little bit of a weeb. That's all.
This is our one opportunity during this show, this specific show that we are watching, to be weebs at all, in any way, shape, or form.
It's maho as fuck.
I'll go in according to Keikaku.
I don't know what that means.
Didn't we explain Kaku?
Keikaku.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's all according to plan.
Toki.
Keikaku means plan.
Ghosto.
So the two students are on like a cliffside park area with a walking trail and like a lookout point and zodiac statues of like a cow and a rabbit and some sheep.
And yeah, some weird wrinkled sheep thing that we couldn't discern was a sheep for a while.
It's like if you combined a wrinkly dog and a monkey and a sheep.
And then made it stone.
They're very good wrinkles for being stone.
And one of the students tries to sit down and then lay down on the sheep thing and then just falls off.
Yeah, we died at that part. That was really
I'm
good.
glad we rewatched that part twice.
I missed it the first time, and I felt it was necessary to go back to.
Yeah, no, you needed to see him fall because I'm not sure that was on purpose.
Oh, that was definitely on purpose. I mean, like, the character didn't do it on purpose, but that actor did.
No.
So they're in this park, and then suddenly some very scary-looking boots show up, and I'm thinking that's Eminem.
Yeah.
That looks like Eminem.
Yeah, and then we just smash cut to an exterior shot of Snapple HQ at night. They were out in the daytime, so now it's nighttime. Onari is crossing off the 9th day, and he
Of January.
starts to cry.
It's the last day. His friend will soon be dead. For real this time.
And Akari's in the basement pulling an all-nighter. She's got some, like, LED track lighting hooked up to the monolith and lots of paper everywhere.
And then she has like a really emotional moment and then like shoves everything on the desk off and like breaks down and cries.
Under the table.
And then says, "I'm so sorry."
Meanwhile, Taco Time's hanging out in bed, trying to sleep. It looks like he's having a bit of a hard time sleeping.
Which is only made worse by Ghost Dad showing up.
And watching him.
Then it's morning. It is now the 10th. It is the last day of the deadline of 99 days. Taco Time is meditating. Onari sees him, and Akari comes and hobbles in and sees him. And they both look at him and are like, we're sad.
And he's all like, haha, pretend to be happy.
What if I don't die today? Be optimistic. And they start crying.
Smile.
Just in case, let me thank you for all the help you've done. Just in case.
Just in case I die, but I'm not saying that I'm gonna die. But what if I do die? Thanks so much. You guys are great.
And then he gets cut off because a student runs up and is all like, I'm covered in damage.
and the Ganma got the other student. And
okay, this one's name is Narita, and the other student's name is Shibuya.
Yes. But
Shibuya has the glasses.
It's been a lot of time. Like, how far away was this park? I know he was hurt. Don't they have cell phones? Can't they call Condor phone?
It might interfere with the Ganma world.
So the major issue I have is that Taco Time gets on his ordinary, everyday motorcycle and rides to the park instead of using Ghost Striker. Because if you had Ghost Striker, would you not just always use Ghost Striker? And I know his normal motorcycle transforms into Ghost Striker if he transforms while he's riding it, but
I feel like Ghost Striker is probably just faster.
yeah.
Right? So transform maybe before you go. Because, like, the student was even like, he was hurt by Ganma. Like, you know you're going to have to transform once you get there. You might as well just, like, save time, transform so you're ready for action as soon as you arrive. That's my thought process, at least.
When he arrives at the animal statue area, I was actually really impressed that the student who had been taken, Shibuya, was tied laying down to the bench in like a higher up spot, as opposed to like a pole somewhere.
Or just lying on the ground beaten. No, actually just tied to a bench.
I mean, I get that Eminem had a lot of time, so
like an entire day.
So maybe he was just like, I'm gonna put in some extra effort. I'm gonna follow procedure.
He didn't even look hurt.
No, he's just, oh no, I'm tied to a thing.
Eminem would really like to see Taco Time die, which maybe he's not been around, so maybe he doesn't know about the deadline. He doesn't know this is Taco Time's last day.
He doesn't know that Taco's already dead.
I feel like, I mean, there's that too. We've been confused by that before as well. I feel like he's that store manager who's angry that you're on your last shift and decides to fire you on your last shift.
Severance pay, I guess.
Yeah. That's pretty sweet.
Do ghosts get severance pay?
Ghosts get severance.
I think you mean reverence.
Get out. Leave. Ocean.
Leave the ocean?
No.
It's still
Two
open.
separate thoughts. Leave here. Go ocean.
I hear there's good Pokemon down there.
So Taco Time transforms into his orange, and Super Ganma also appears.
Onari runs in and unties the student.
And a cart uses spider lantern over the railing. And it's like, there they are. They're on the beach, hitting each other with fists.
And then Taco is knocked to the ground, and Spectre shows up to fight for him, which is kind of nice.
Taco Time then suddenly untransforms.
And not on purpose. He was surprised by it. He looks kind of like weak.
Yeah, Gramps is like, oh, that foolish boy.
There's a light that appears above Taco Time, and then all these feathers that we see in the opening show up. The feathers of memory.
Yeah, Taco Time's like, it's my time.
Okari?
Let's call them Okari.
Okari are both crying.
The feathers dissipate.
And Taco's like, did my life burn the brightest?
Yeah, there's a whole flashback montage of everything he did. And he starts materializing gold flecks. And Onari's like, your life did burn the brightest. It really did.
Okari's sad.
I mean, she didn't confess, which means he's totally coming back.
Yeah, so he turns into particles and goes up into the skylight.
And that's it. Series done.
Yep.
Thanks so much for listening to GHOSTWATCH2016. I'm just kidding.
We go to another location that is very foggy.
It's
in the daytime.
I named it Hazy Heaven.
That's a good name.
Suspiciously like a different angle of the open grass area that they fought with Eminem the other day, when the big bubble popped.
I mean, the area was probably open.
I think it's that spot.
No.
I think that's where they are.
No.
It's not even the oasis where we found Grandpa.
It's Hazy Heaven.
And Dad is there, and he's proud of Taco Time.
Yep.
He tells Taco Time how he is his pride and joy, And Taco Time hugs Dad. We don't get a crystal tear or anything
And
special
Dad's
for
all
that
like,
hug, though.
I'm sorry I dragged you into all of this.
You need to unite 15 heroes.
To guide the future and bring a new dawn.
Then the dad glows, and I think he just kind of goes right into Taco Time.
Yeah.
He like melts into Taco.
Hugs are dangerous in this universe.
Yeah, or good. Depending.
They're good, but they're dangerous.
Then we cut to Gramps crying.
Yeah, I wrote everyone beach cries,
Gramps especially.
except for Eminem and Spectre, because they're still fighting.
Yeah, they're just fighting. Like, everyone else is very sad, and this fight's been going on.
I forgot about that. Because it shows them just fighting, and then it's like, oh, back to everybody beach crying.
And Spectre gets hit a good one and detransforms next to Onari and Akari.
He's very angry. He's gone back to his default state of
Well,
anger.
like, run away! And he's like, I'm going to hold him off.
And then I think maybe my favorite thing happened.
Tell us about it, Kate.
It's kind of like a wide shot of everyone on the beach. And the light in the sky appears again. Having a really hard time.
It's not quite the same light.
No, it's kind of a different light. And then a figure, which is very clearly Taco, still glittery and gold, as Corey perfectly described it, Peter Pans down and then, like, kicks military Ganma in the face. And
Yep.
then he lands.
Yeah, he just soars down with, like, arms and legs wide, does, like, a lap of the beach first,
He, like, does, like, a spin move.
lands on one foot.
It's very fancy.
It was so stupid.
And even better yet, he now has a fancy new icon.
And he has a serious face.
And it's, like, red and black.
It's
like
very, very vibrant red.
Yeah, most of the icons are, like, mostly white with accent colors. This is, like, red and black.
He holds it out and then just explodes. And inside the explosion, he transforms in this boost form.
With a new song.
It's a really good song.
It's a pretty good song.
There's a
with
lot of fire.
a lot of fire. And, like, not so much fire, but, like, red and black smoke kind of coming around him and stuff.
He's very red, like way more than Musashi.
Oh, yeah. Like, initially I remember you saying, oh, it's Musashi. It's, like, Musashi's, evolved form or whatever. And it's like, no. This is all new.
Yeah, this is Taco Time. His jacket's more leather now.
Higher
and,
quality
and
costume.
like parts of it also look like plasticky, kind of pleathery. But he pulled out his sword at one point.
Oh my god, Corey, tell us about the sword.
Okay, so he reaches out in front of his belt, and his belt transmits the sword into his hand, and it's like one of Musashi's blades, so it's just like a long, straight sword. But the interesting part is the handle, because the sword guard is sunglasses.
I mean, when you make explosions that big, you gotta have sunglasses on your sword,
And
right?
The sword's name is the Sunglasher.
Oh my goodness.
And, like, the sunglasses, when they come out, they have, like, this little swing. Like, the light beam across them.
The light, like, shining off of them was perfect. And that was basically just, like, a one shot to Eminem, right?
Well, I mean, Taco punches him with his fire fist.
This was basically just showing how much of a better fighter Taco is now. It was like, okay, he has evolved into top tier fighting.
Yeah, he can block all the shots from Super Gamma.
What kind of design meeting was there that was like, oh, we need to, like, up him? Okay, let's call it Boost. Yeah, Boost sounds good. Yeah, because ghosts say boo and then Boost is all great.
I don't think that's why.
No, me neither, but sure, keep going.
Sure.
He needs a new sword. Yeah, sunglasses.
Because they're cool.
Sunglasses are cool, and he's clearly too hot. So sunglasses to shade you from the harsh fire. Let's do it.
Can I just put a quick recommendation in, Heather?
Uh-huh.
That you never get into, like, marketing?
I mean, my degree is in costume design.
Cool. There's no, like, particular reason or anything why I would say that, but maybe just keep doing the streams. And the sewing and stuff.
I have a feeling you just don't like my puns.
No.
So Taco doesn't kill him with the sword.
He does cut him with it, though.
He cuts him once, like one time, and then forms the seal
Pulls his ripcord.
and does like. I was worried that he wasn't going to yell Omega Drive this time, and instead we got like boost Omega Drive, but instead of like doing a leaping kick, he runs across the beach with his foot on fire
I really wish that the sand had started turning into glass.
or something, some effect.
That would have been really cool.
That would have been so smart.
And so then he kicks him, and Military Man explodes and is gone forever. His icon bursts.
I was really disappointed in that. I thought we were going to get Military Man for ever. Well, at least like another 12 episodes. He seemed like he knew that was going on. He barely got the field guide tour, and then he exploded.
I didn't like him ever.
I'm not saying I liked him. I'm
No,
saying
no.
I expected we got him longer.
No, it wasn't even that I didn't like him like as a, because he was evil. I just didn't like him as a character. I was like, there's nothing to this guy. He seemed so flat. I'm happy to see him go. I was like, you're just not bringing anything to the storyline for me.
Maybe that's why they axed him. They were like, yeah, we thought we knew what we were doing. Yeah, we don't like him anymore.
We signed him on as like a contractor, and we were going to extend his contract, but no.
So Taco detransforms and is having a nice conversation with everyone's lives that he's just saved.
They're all happier now.
It's like,
Exactly.
how did you do that? And my father gave me the strength.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't want to tell my friends that my ghost dad, like, hugged me and then
I was possessed by my ghost dad.
and then became this icon. I think maybe he powered up my icon.
I'm sorry.
I just,
I'm sorry, stop. I was possessed by my ghost dad. Sounds like a TLC special.
That's why you don't tell your friends.
It's like the I didn't know I was pregnant shows. I was possessed by my ghost dad.
And I got wicked awesome.
Makoto starts to stumble away at this point, and Taco Time's like, no, hey, let's fight Gamma together.
Spectre's all like, got something to take care of.
Yeah.
Stumble, 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 stumble.
Taco goes to like shake his hand and have like a nice moment. And Makoto slumps away like a teenager that has to like do chores. He's like, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, he really ruined the moment, didn't he?
Yeah, it could have been really nice. He could have been like, hey, thanks for, bringing my sister back to life and choosing her life over yours. That was really swell. Sure, I'll fight Ganma with you. No. He was a bratty little teenager.
And then they're all sad because he's gonna die again. No, wait. They're happy because he might be alive again. Haha.
But Gramps is there, and he's like, nah, dummies, he's still a ghost. Your time's been reset through some unorthodox means. By the way, that means you've got 99 days, but no more extensions after that.
For real, though, no extensions. That's it, 99 days.
I will laugh really hard if he gets another extension.
I mean, we're 12 episodes in, and there's like 48 episodes in this show.
Mm-hmm.
So if every 12 episodes is 99 days, which it probably won't be, but if it is, that means he's going to get at least 2 more extensions.
Or the show will end abruptly.
In an explosion?
Of course.
Do we know for sure there's 48 episodes?
It's not over yet.
Should I bring my...
It doesn't end till October.
It's still going? This is current?
Yeah. Like, we're very behind, but...
Should I bring my sword sunglasses? In case explosions happen?
Yeah, so we cut to Snapple HQ at the meeting table, and Taco's all like, yeah, my dad was there and stuff, and everyone's like, oh, was your dad okay? Was he doing well? He's a ghost dad.
As he's doing as well as you might expect a ghost dad to do.
He wanted me to unite all 15 souls, and blah, blah, blah.
Everyone's very happy. They're like, cool, time extension. I like being able to time extend my homework. Akari, goes to the calendar at one point and flips through it, and she's like, that means we have some amount of days. I don't really care how many. It's great.
We can bring it back, just like canon.
And then they all get really, hyped. Like, okay, let's gather all the icons. Let's do it, team. It's gonna be great.
And then Onari's like, well, we should reopen Snapple. And I'm like, oh, did you guys stop?
I thought the students were running the streets with hand-painted pictures of icons. I kind of thought that was still Snapple work.
So this is what I think happened. They had only a few number of days, and they were like, all right, we'll do some searching. Also, Christmas break. Who wants to take on detective agency work during Christmas? So they temporarily closed Snapple. They're like, when we get Taco Time back, Snapple will reopen. It'll be great, and we'll put that up on our flyers. We don't look like we're getting Snapple back. Taco Time back. We may need to close Snapple for longer. Construction sign on their website.
An animated GIF.
With a Japanese worker bowing his head saying, please understand. Our ghost friend may not be around, and therefore it will be very hard to take on detective stuff. I bet next episode, Onari has new merchandise made up to celebrate the reopening of Snapple.
I was just about to say the exact same thing.
And I think the Hellmouth opens, and a bunch of space marines come in.
The next episode?
I mean, it's got to be something big next. Pretty Boy went to go see his brother.
Doesn't Spectre need to power up now too?
Gramps might have to move back in.
Does Spectre's dad come and power him up through a hug? Does Spectre have a dad?
That was my next question.
Maybe Ghost Dad could do two.
For the price of one.
Will he have to split
He only
in
has
half?
one.
Maybe there's a stepdad that could be a ghost.
For some reason, the term stepdad didn't make sense to me for a split second, and I thought of a set of stairs that was a dad.
Stepladder dad?
Kate, that's silly.
It wasn't registering as like a real phrase or a real term for anything.
Because Spider Lantern isn't.
Look, this
Yeah,
is
I don't think we need
could get
Condor
Stepladder.
Phone much longer. Maybe Condor Phone can give his strength to Spectre.
just like adopt Spectre.
Yeah, take him under his wing.
No, what if? Oh, yeah, that was good.
Get out.
What if Canon accidentally hugs Spectre and then she powers him up? Hugs are dangerous.
I just realized there's been no hugs in this show except for dangerous ones.
I mean, like, there's been high stakes hugs. I don't know if they've all been dangerous. Like,
No,
there's been a lot of unpossession through hugs.
High stakes is what I meant.
High stakes hugs. Come and have your hugs with some steak.
Yeah,
The
we should
highest
get
of the
that
stakes.
Mouth spray.
Mouth spray.
And
High
then
stakes.
spray
No,
on ourselves.
no,
and then-
high stakes.
Oh my.
It's like
Yo,
a vape.
I could be down
And you
for
said I
flavored
shouldn't
vape.
get into marketing. Look at all the great marketing we're doing.
That was Corey.
She would not have gotten there if I had not fumbled those
Please
words.
back the Kickstarter, which launched last week due to low numbers.
It launched last week due to low numbers?
No, please help it because low numbers.
Oh,
Make the numbers bigger.
by the time this episode comes out, I think the Kickstarter may have been taken down.
Do we have a Kickstarter?
No.
I don't think so.
For high stakes. The steak vape.
Please back our Kickstarter where we get high and then we eat steak.
I don't want to.
I
That's
know.
much better.
Doesn't that sound awesome?
It sounds awesome. I don't really like steak. Can I only do the first half?
No.
I will join Tiny Table Friends instead. At the
Okay.
kids' table.
Thanks so much for listening to Corey and I and GHOSTWATCH2016. Go follow us on Twitter at GHOSTWATCH2016 and on our YouTube channel. Please subscribe to us on iTunes.
Do whatever you like.
It's all up to you.
But most of all, get high and eat steak.
Beware of dangerous
Burn
hugs.
bright
Oh, always burn bright.
for the future.
And wear your sunglasses on your swords.
Science and love.
2016. Out.